After the courier leaves the town of Good Springs, they will head down the highway. They will then see a small NCR flag just outside the town of Primm. You'll be stopped by a soldier telling you that there are escaped convicts in the town, and that the town is extremely dangerous, that you should avoid it until the situation is resolved.
Some convicts from the prison up the road have taken over the town. Everyone inside is either dead or in hiding. What's more, there are 2 tribes of raiders causing trouble in this area as well. You'd be safer heading back up to Good Springs. We'd love to, but they don't fall under NCR jurisdiction. Even if they did, we're in no shape to protect them. We don't have the equipment to take out the convicts. And even if we did, we need some extra hands for backup. You should talk to Lieutenant Hayes. He's in a tent down the road. Just stay on the west side of the overpass if you don't want to get shot.
After talking to the soldier, he will then direct you to go talk to Lieutenant Hayes. Lieutenant Hayes is in the NCR military. He's part of 1st Company of the 5th Battalion. He will explain the situation in Primm and tell you that he's been trying to get a squad of soldiers to help protect the town, but is unable to due to the conflict with Caesar's Legion.
The mission
NCR
isn't a
outpost
problem. The problem is
refusing
supplies.
to offer him any support.
Convicts are better armed and organized than our intel initially suggested. I'm trying to get some reinforcements here, maybe some guns with some firepower, but shit. Things are just going slow. Most people just call it NCRCF. That's NCR Correctional Facility. A little bit ago, the convicts there staged a coup. Killed the guards that weren't able to escape. And I've been ransacking the area since then. Not much. They've taken to calling themselves powder gangers, mostly because they've taken to using the explosives meant to clear boulders as weapons. They got organized faster than I would have thought, most of them at least. Thankfully, the small group in town here seem to have split off from the main force, so they aren't getting anything in the way of support. I have some free time. Ask away. Sir?
After talking to Lieutenant Hayes, you can then enter the town. You will not be stopped by any more soldiers, but as you're crossing the bridge, you will see several landmines that are used as deterrents to keep the convicts from leaving Primm. As you're entering the small town, you will see to the left that there are a set of small houses. Upon inspecting these houses, you'll see the first one belongs to Deputy Beagle, and the second one belongs to the former sheriff. Before entering the houses, you will see 2 convicts on the streets preventing the townsfolk that are trapped inside the Vicky and Vance Casino from exiting and possibly escaping. After killing the 2 convicts on the street, you are free to explore the houses without any distractions. Upon entering the sheriff's house, you will see him and his wife's corpses on the bed. They were killed in their sleep by the convicts that entered the town so that they would have free reign. On the ground just at the foot of their bed lies the sheriff's outfit. This resides of the hat and the duster. Both of these provide bonuses to some of your skills. You can then enter the Vicky and Vance Casino, where you will be stopped by a man named Johnson Nash.
I don't know
He
what
runs
it
the
was
town's
brought you
Mojave
to
Express
Primm, youngster,
outpost.
but you might want to rethink your plan.
You can ask him about your
Town's gone to
delivery
hell.
and tell him that it was stolen to see if he has any knowledge about who possibly stole it or any further information. He will then tell you that there were a total of 6 packages and that 5 of
Johnson
them
Nash is my
were
name.
delivered and payment was
Husband to
received.
Ruby Nash. Lived in Primm, going
Each of
on
these
8
packages
years.
was something different, such as
I'm
a
trader
chess piece,
primarily, for what
a
it's
set of
worth,
dice,
things like they
so
are.
on and so forth.
I also run the local Mojave
But yours, the
Express
poker
outpost.
chip, was the only one that was stolen.
Well, I don't got any work right now, sorry to say.
He will then tell you that the convicts
I'll
have
tell you
this
whatever I
town's
can.
deputy,
You have a
Deputy
delivery
Beagle,
order you can
trapped
show?
and held hostage inside of the Bison Steve.
Oh,
He will then ask you if
talking
you could
about
go
one of
save
them
Deputy
packages.
Beagle so that they could
that
take
job
on
had strange written
the
all
convicts.
over, but we couldn't turn down the caps. That cowboy robot had us hire 6 couriers. Each was carrying something a little different. Pair of dice, chess piece, that kind of stuff. Last word I have from the office, it looked like payment had been received for the other 5 jobs. Guess it was just your chip that didn't make it. First deadbeat we hired to do the job canceled. Hope a storm from the divide skins him alive. Well, that's where you came in. Yeah, I got this look when he saw you next down on the courier list. His expression turned right around. Asked me if your name was for real. I said, sure as lack of rain, you were still kicking. And he turned down the job, just like that. I asked if he was sure it was good money. No, let Courier 6 carry the package. That's what he said. Like the Mojave'd sort you out or something. Then he just up and walked out. No idea. Sounds like you two had a history for him to act like that. And turn down the money, too. Hope he didn't see any trouble in that package of yours. Maybe he thought your name was bad luck. Enough for me to say. Well, now that you've mentioned it, a few nights back, one of the townies was out scavenging for supplies. He said he saw a fellow with a daisy suit come through with some of them Great Con misfits. They was talking about a chip. Well, for that, your best bet is going to be talking to Deputy Beagle. Since they came to town, he was keeping a good bit of notes on them, and he was slinking around Bison Steve when your pretty boy friend came through. He may have heard where they were going. I guess I don't have anywhere better to be. Sure, I'll...
You can then enter the Bison Steve Hotel. Upon entering, there'll be a man in the doorway on the other side of the room. There's a further 3 in the hallway, leading to a larger room where Deputy Beagle is kept. You can use your shotgun or the grenade launcher to take out these convicts. You do not have to worry about killing Deputy Beagle, for he is marked as essential in this part.
Come on. Hit.
Be careful when attacking. The convict's leader has a flamer which will cause fire damage and will drastically reduce your armor's durability and cause you further damage. After you have dealt with what remains of the convicts, you will then enter the room where Deputy Beagle is kept. When talking to him, you have a choice of letting him go and letting him leave the Bison Steve, or you can pass a speech check.
I don't suppose you came here to rescue me. I'd cross my fingers, but my hands are numb. Why, yes, I am. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm in a bit of a predicament here. I'd be most appreciative if you'd set me free. Indeed I do, good sir. And I would be thrilled to share that information with you as soon as I am released from captivity. It would be so very... It would be so very... I do hope this ordeal will be over soon. And depart we will.
Hey there.
Well, that was quite an adventure. We taught those convicts a thing or two, didn't we? Breaking myself out of a hostage situation, not to diminish your role in it. Problem is, there's still no law in Primm. What are we to do the next time ruffians menace us and hold us hostage? Ah, yes. My memory is much clearer now that I'm free from my bondage. I was performing recon, gathering information on some of the powder gangers, when some great cons arrived with your friend in the suit. They were talking about some delivery they took from a courier. I assume that was you. They said they'd be heading through Nipton to Novak to meet a contact there. Hello again. Oh, no. I'm just a deputy, and I can't be a deputy without a sheriff. It's called chain of command.
Will get away.
It should be someone brave like you, but more of a
And the third and final option is Lieutenant Hayes of the NCR. Lieutenant Hayes will protect the town, but he will need you to go to the Mojave outpost to get assistance from the NCR for him to protect the town.
Not sure why they haven't helped out already.
The best choice of all three of these
Maybe next.
would be Lieutenant Hayes of the NCR. He will protect the town, and the town will benefit greatly from both the protection and the increased merchant traffic. This does come with a downside that the townsfolk will have to register as NCR citizens and will have to pay the appropriate taxes.
Howdy, partner. Welcome to the Vicky and Vance Casino and Museum.
We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that. Yeah?
Upon talking
We
to
know
Lieutenant
Primm's a
Hayes,
great
he will then
strategic
send you
point,
to
and
the
we aren't
Mojave
blind to the needs of
outpost.
the town, but we're barely holding our own against the powder gangers. We don't have the guns or the personnel needed to carry out our mission, much less take on defending this town as well.
While we are going to the
What we
Mojave
need more
outpost
than
to get
anything is
assistance for
bodies.
Lieutenant Hayes,
If we had just
I will
one
now
more
tell you some
squad,
history
we could
about the
easily
town of
install a
Primm.
sheriff and still handle our primary objective of protecting
Before
the
the Great
interstate
War,
south
the
of
town
here.
of Primm was a
If you'd
resort
like to see
town
the
located in
NCR
Clark
include
County,
protection
Nevada,
of Primm and its duties, then
residing
you'll have to get
alongside
some more
Interstate
troops up
15
here.
connecting LA
Knight at
to Las
Mojave
Vegas.
Outpost may be able to help.
The town was considered a poor man's Las Vegas
Sir.
due to its cheap casinos and easy-to-access location. The town had a number of tourist attractions, such as the Vicky and Vance Casino and the Bison Steve Hotel. The town also has the region's largest roller coaster named El Diablo. After the Great War, the town lost much of its appeal. Wastelanders had no interest in spending what little money they had on things such as gambling. Some Wastelanders did move into the town of Primm and stayed due to its location. The citizens of Primm remain as a small, close-knit community. In the later part of the 23rd century, the NCR expanded into the Mojave Wasteland, setting up an outpost near the I-15. Due to the NCR outpost being close by Primm became a promising trade town. The town benefited greatly from growing traffic to and from New Vegas. Both wastelanders and military stopped by the town. The town was a great location for those who couldn't or wouldn't go to New Vegas. The town had a casino, a hotel, and several shops. The town also had a way station for couriers to rest in. Unlike its neighbor to the southwest, the town was very safe due to it having a sheriff, a deputy, and its location near the NCR outpost. Unfortunately, the town's good fortune and safety were changed due to the NCRF having a massive breakout in 2281. Soon after the breakout, several escaped convicts would start to wreak havoc along the I-15, slowly approaching Primm. Roughly a month before the courier would be attacked, a group of convicts would storm the town, killing the sheriff and taking the deputy hostage inside the Bison Steve Hotel. This event would put a stranglehold on the town's economy. The remaining residents would hold up in the Vicky and Vance casino, resulting in a stalemate between the residents of the town of Primm and the convicts. The townsfolk had enough supplies to last a short while, and enough weapons and ammo to keep the convicts at bay inside the Bison Steve Hotel. Those who lived in the town that were lucky enough to escape to the highway would abandon the town completely. This would include the traders Samuel and Michael Kerr. They would then set up the 188 trading post in a location closer to New Vegas. Over the next month, the town became a penniless convict-controlled hellhole. The convicts would keep some of thetheir numbers on the streets outside the Vicky and Vance casino, trapping the townsfolk inside. while they looted the town and attacked any citizens that would come through. The NCR maintained a small outpost on the eastern edge of town, manned by Lieutenant Hayes. They would keep tabs on the convicts, making sure that none of them left the town. The NCR considers the town a great strategic location in the southern Mojave region, especially with the loss of the town of Nipton. Lieutenant Hayes states that they are undermanned and outgunned, that a single squad would be enough assistance to tip the scales into the NCR's favor, allowing them to take the town for the Republic, but he's getting no such help from the outpost.
Caravan, citizen, pilgrim, or... Just need something for the logbook, keeping tabs on traffic throughout the outpost. Although mostly just in, not out these days. If you're looking for the commanding officer, he's in the back. Although, he's got a lot on his plate, so if you speak with him, keep it short. Also, if you need any gear checked, we can get you up and running again. Once you fill out the work orders and sign for the parts, of course. Oh, Knight. You must not be from around here. If so, doesn't do to get too friendly. This isn't the Republic. Oddly enough, Legion's a little more forgiving about friendships. Out here, it's not as accepted. Not that I mind being friends, it's just being open about it in the outpost. Well, I have to work here. Now wait a minute, Republic's a sight better than other alternatives. Women are serving here after all, the rest, well, might take some time. And they're more accepting back west, like I said. In the meantime, if you need something repaired, let me know. I can sign the work order. As long as caps change hands, I can put them back in yours. Primm. Hayes units are stationed up there. We're having problems with some of the NCRCF convicts. What can I help you with? I'd like to help, but we can't spare any more units. We have to maintain a minimum head count at the outpost. Orders from the west. I see the wisdom in that. I'll radio for a unit to head up to Primm and offer some additional support.
Yeah, I just got word of that. There's a squad of Rangers standing by. Sergeant McGee will take over as sheriff and the Rangers will be his deputies. This town will be in NCR territory. This means that aside from protection, the citizens will also need to become registered NCR citizens and pay any appropriate and associated taxes. Roger. I'll radio them over now.
Hello.
Primm as a new sheriff. That should keep the powder gangers away.
Well, if it isn't the lawbringer. My problem is that I'm no longer a deputy. I'm just a beagle now. Apparently 2.5 months of law enforcement experience doesn't count for anything. The new regime is just that. All new. He's rude. Don't tell him I said it. Primm has a sheriff now, just not as supportive as I would have hoped.
Heard it was you brought the law back to Primm, youngster. Hats off to you. A beagle had some notes he was taking while he was eavesdropping around the powder gang.
Howdy.
Well, if it is...
Thank you for watching this week's Fallout video. Next video, we will cover the Mojave Outpost and the town of Nipton, and the associating quests at each location. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, and subscribe.
Howdy.